Chapter 4, Computer Terminology, Spreadsheets, Generic Programming. The Federal Fundamental Engineering Exam requires knowledge of the computer organization terminology, ability to analyze program segments written in pseudocode, generic programming code. Other questions based on spreadsheets used to tabulate, analyze, display data. The chapter reviews basic computer terminology, the organization of computers. Also reviews generic programming in a number system and use spreadsheets with Microsoft Excel. Sample problems are solved in this chapter. 4.1, computer organization, computer terms definition, coding, program design, computer language, Microsoft Excel, sample problem summary. 4.1, computer organization. Computer is a programming machine that has instruction well-defined manner which execute the pre-recorded list of the instructions or program. Computers are electronic and digital. Consist of wires and circuit transistors. The instructions are called softwares, and data are stored. All general-purpose computers are the following components: input, a device with a keyboard, mouse, through which the data instructions enter in the computer. The CPU, or central processing unit, component that access the execute the instructions. Computer organization terms: memory, the device that stores the last. These temporarily data programs. Mass storage device, a component permanently retains large amounts of the data and serves associated with the disk drive or the tape drives. Output, display screen, printer, other devices to let you see whatever the computer has done. In addition, with these components, many of the other make it possible for the basic components to work together efficiently. For example, every computer program requires a bus or a cable that transmits data from one part of the computer to another. Computers are generally classified by set of the power as follows. Personal computer is a single use of the computer based on the microprocessor included with the keyboard, data entry with the monitor to display information of the device or storing data. Working station, a single user computer similar to the personal computer with more powerful microprocessor, higher quality. Monitoring microcomputer, multi-user computer capable of supporting many users at the same time. Mainframe, powerful multi-user computer capable of supporting many of hundreds of thousands of the users simultaneously. A supercomputer, a fast computer that performs many of the millions of instructions per second. 4.2, computer terms and definitions. Central processing unit of the brain of the machine is often referred to as the central processor. CPU is where the most calculations take place with the determinant of the computing power of the system. CPUs have one or more printed circuit boards. One small system like a PC CPU has a single chip called the microprocessor. The type of the components of the CPU, arithmetic logic unit, or ALU, for the performance of arithmetic and logical operations control unit, or CU, which takes instruction memory to decode for the executes those using the arithmetic log unit as required. A baud is the number of single elements for the occur each second with a name by the JME baud, who invented the baud telegraph code. 1 bit information single element is encoded to each of the electronic chain with the baud indicated with the numbers of the bits per second with the transmitted 300 bauds or 300 bits transmitted each second, abbreviated 300 BPS. It's possible to encode multiple bits in electrical change. 4800 baud will allow you 9600 bits each second, operating at 24,000 baud. Internet decentralization network connecting millions of computers over the 100 countries, exchanging with data information. Each host connection with an independent, enabling users to choose service to use. The internet can be accessed by American Online or commercial internet service provider (ISPs). The WWW means the World Wide Web subset with the internet with the actual networks where all of the information resides. Pages can be accessed using web browser hypertext transfer protocol method that uses transfer web pages to your computer and to link your computer to the other websites. Multitasking and multi-programming is an allocation of the main memory of the computer among several users due to the multiple tasks that can be performed at the same time in the user. Time sharing is a procedure when each user is controlled by the operating system. It takes turn with a very short period of time, usually the entire memory of the computer. The memory used and stored in the reserve area of the user of the next user. Memory is loaded. The sun swapping is so rapid users feel that the work is operating in real time. Teleprocessing, accessing computer with a remote location or worldwide area network or LAN or WAN via telephone, microwave, link, satellite, coaxial cable, fiber optic cable. Analog signal is transmitted. A modem is used to convert the signal to the digital for processing by the computer. Additional websites for the computer terminology. The following websites have more computer definitions, additional information. JustAnswers.com, TechTerms.org, WhatIsTechTarget.com, ZeroCut.com, FoldUC.org, HelpWithPCS.com, RightTrack.com. 4.3, coding. Coding refers to the manner in which alphanumeric data with the control characters are handled in a series of bits. Characters of the display and with the printing include the number and symbols and are alphanumeric data. Control characters, tab, carriage, return, etc. But the keystrokes are not recorded. Computers are binary numbers only, thus all systematic data must be expressed in binary code. Extend binary code decimal interchange code, or AEBCDIC, is used widely in the mainframe computers. It is used to byte 8 bits. Each character allows a maximum of 256 different characters. Some string of bits is difficult to read. Hexadecimal with the octal format is the simplifying work of the extended binary code decimal interchange code data. Each byte is converted with a 2-string 4 bits each. The 2 strings are converted with a hexadecimal base of 16 numbers, since 1111 to the second, and 1510 F16. Largest extended binary code decimal interchange code is the FF and hexadecimal. Number system, administrative standard code, information interchange, double-bit code with 128 combinations, commonly used with microcomputers. Although high-ordered or bit structure employing 16-bit unit code character format has been developed, the ASC2 coded magnetic tape display disk files are used to transfer data documents between computers and normally are unable to share data. Unicode provides a unique number of every character to no platform or in the program in the language. Universal characters encode with maintained with the control of the Unicode consortium. Unicode has adopted in most major industry leaders is required to maintain most standards operating system. Building Unicode into client-server multi-tiered application website results in cost-saving over precious systems. Minimizing re-engineering allows data to be moved through systems without corruption. It covers all of the characteristics of modem ancient writing system of the worldwide, including technical symbols and punctuations and special characters. In summary, Unicode is not a software program or a font. It's a character encoding system similar to the ASC2 used by developers through the world. Examples of number system versions are included in the sample problems. 4.4 Program Design. A program sequence instruction performs function in the computer. The program design accomplished with the algorithm problem solved with the procedure that consists of finite number of well-defined steps. Each step in the algorithm includes one or more instructions such as read and open. These instructions are known as source code statements, readable English phrases. Computer will normally understand source of the code statement. Source codes are translated into the machine. Readable object code, absolute memory location. Finally, executable program is produced. Software is executable program kept on a disk or tape. Firmware is program placed on ROM, read-only memory, or EEPROM. Erasable program, read-only memory. Hardware is the computer. 4.5 Computer language. Machine language instructions understood by the computer CPU with a native language to make an instruction compatible to consist of 2 parts. The operation to be performed, opcode, and the operand expressed stored location. Each instruction expressed in series of bit of form known as intrinsic machine code. Octal and hexadecimal coding is more convenient alternative. Either case, coding of the machine language programs is tedious and time-consuming and seldom done by hand. Assembly language is one step away from machine language, more symbolic than the machine language. Mnemonic codes are used to specify the operation operands. Also referred variable names rather than by address. Block codes are to be repeated to multiple locations in the program known as macros. Many instructions are written once and referred to symbolic names in source code. Languages. Assembly language code is transmitted to machine language assembler or microassembler with the after assembly portions of the other program function libraries are combined by a linker in order to run, and program is placed in the computer memory by a loader. Assembly language is preferred high efficiency program, however the coding is difficult and cumbersome. The following table compares several languages corresponding instruction. Fortran plus assembly language AR, machine language 1A, intrinsic machine code 11110001. Because of the instruction, high level of language resemble the English language are easily the low level of language interpreter with the compiler with the software with the translate with the high level of statements with the machine language. Compiler will activate it with the perform the checking with the version function of the instruction. Truth stand alone. The executable program is created with the interpreter. However, the checks of the instruction converts for them in line into the machine code during execution, but produces no stand-alone program capable of using without interpreter. Interpreters can check syntax for the statement they enter for the program. For some language implementations for the other language are little distinct between the interpreter of the compiler. In this case, the conversion software is known as a pseudo or incremental compiler. 4.6 Microsoft Excel. Start Microsoft Excel for Word, Windows. Double-click Microsoft Excel in the Microsoft Office shortcut bar. Press Start. Proceed with the program's hold-down menu Excel with the icon. Microsoft Excel window appears. Necessary to enlarge window by clicking the Maximize button upper right corner of the window. Excel. To start Microsoft Excel Macintosh, double-click on the Microsoft icon in the Finder with the Microsoft Excel window appear with the necessary to enlarge window by clicking Zoom box in the upper right-hand corner of the window. Microsoft Excel starts. It creates a new empty workbook. Workbooks can be reopened. Microsoft Excel is restarted by naming and saving the first time in the startup directory of the folder. Opening in a workbook. The workbook is a normal document file type in Microsoft Excel with the electronic equivalent of the 3-ring binder. Inside workbooks are sheets. As worksheets and chart sheets, each sheet names appear with the tab at the bottom of the workbook. Sheets are moved and compiled between the workbooks and can be arranged within the workbook. Open workbooks by going to the microcomputer, clicking on folders, clicking on finding an event if the Excel has not started. Also open the files in formats such as Lotus 123. Create new workbooks in Microsoft Excel. Search driver for a specific workbook even if the name is not known, and the created template of the workbox can be used as a number of items. Times. Creating worksheet. The workbook is created and opened Microsoft Excel with a display of the windows. Several workbook windows can be opened at the same time. In Microsoft Excel Macintosh screen slightly different. Most of the work Microsoft Excel will be on the worksheet, which is created over the rows and columns. Each cell intersects a row and a column and has the unique address for the reference. For example, the cell with the column B, row 5, intersects at cell B5. It can be referenced by a white slot to the left or above the worksheet called the reference. For the formulated, written, or specific cells must be cited. Generally, first select the cell and cells to work with and enter the data. Achieve the command. Select the cells appear highlighted on the screen. Active cell in which data is entered. When the typing started, only one cell indicated with a heavy border is active at the time. To change active cell with the move of the mouse pointer into cell B4, click and notice of the cell reference B4 and values reagent appear in the formula bar. Scroll to the worksheet, proceed as following. Move the pointer down an arrow, vertical scroll bar, right edge of the window, and then click, and then worksheet scrolls down one row. Click the scroll bar area below with the scroll box, and the worksheet will scroll down one screen. Move the pointer over the scroll box over the mouse button down. Move the pointer back to the top of the vertical scroll bar. The release of the mouse button with the procedure for the dragging. Worksheet scrolls back up at the first row. Scroll the distance of the drag scroll box. Scroll down one page. Click the scroll bar. Scroll down one row. Click the down area to enter the data. Select the cell. Fill in the alphanumeric information. Microsoft Excel fills the label based on the initial selection operations called autofill. It works several types of the data. For example, days of the week, series of the numbers that can be filed with the clicking, dragging with appropriate cells, columns, and rows. Tallies the average of the numerous formulas, functions available. Data sets, number of days, and other lists also can be entered with the autofill to move the data around on the worksheet. Drag it in using cut and copy and paste commands and edit menu. Building formulas to calculate. Formula can be used to do simple things such as adding value to the two cell to perform such more complex operations. How to use Microsoft Excel using some worksheets function. Add two values together. On a worksheet, write two numbers A1 and A2. It says 1 and 2. Move the mouse to A3. Click and move the cursor toolbar to hit the logarithm. Sum A1 and double colon A2 will appear in A3. Hit enter and the sum will appear in A3. Formula Microsoft can always be recognized, but because it starts with an equal sign, you can see the formula itself only with the editing site itself will contain the formula. Otherwise, value with the producer of the formula is displayed. Formula can be created with the added amounts on the column. Formula can be copied into the other columns. The total column select with the cell with the total will be placed and click the auto sum button. Microsoft Excel looks for the data around the selected cells, guesses what you want. Tab the column numbers above the cell with the rights of formula. Suggest the range of numbers to sum. Press enter to accept the proposed formula. Formulas can be copied to different locations from the worksheet. Tracking fill handle on the using copy the function was located on the toolbar with the FX key with the key and simply formula writing also the name of the cell reference range to create more understandable formulas. When the function wizard opens, function categories appear in the left box. Click on the category, bring the function name in the right box, function right name. It's explained with the bold type below. For the category box, highlight category function, click OK, finish. Formula will appear. Bold box worksheet formula line above the cells. Editing can be done only with the formula line acknowledged within the symbols to the left. Absolute versus relative cells. Absolute relative cells are used with the formula requires reference to valuable variable cells. Particular range are copied to one cell with another. Example of the illustration. $A, $A6 absolute value, place data in specific cell. $A6 absolute relative, place data in specific column relative but a relative row. $6 relative to absolute, place data in specific row but in relative column. How to select contiguous cell. Select first cell, press hold, then shift, and select last cell. Select non-contiguous cells, select hold and control, select individual cells. On continuous notebook, select file and select first file, then press and hold last and click open. Open non-continuous workbook, select file, select first file, press and hold control, select other files, click then be open. Arrange windows, select windows, arrange. Make selection, click OK. Select workbook, select the name of the window file to become active. Rename worksheet, double click on the sheet tab, type the new name as enter. Copy a worksheet, open the workbook, select the sheet to be copied, select edit, move copy sheet, select workbook from the book drop down list and select location before sheets list and box select create copy, click OK, select format number, select cell format cells, click number, tab select desired format option, OK, use the toolbar, select cells, click appropriate format style. The basic using examples have been summarized above. For those familiar with the spreadsheet software package, open Excel to navigate through the basics. Most advanced functions are explained throughout the highlighting of the various symbols by referring to help functions. Examples 1 and 4.1 illustrate appropriate approaching solving the problems found in the example series problems. Answer the key answer explanation provided for sample provided in the spreadsheet example. 4.8 summary chapter provides brief highlights of rapidly changing technology, computer programs, spreadsheet software. Strongly suggest the preparation for the exam include reference additional material, generic program practices, and use in spreadsheet packaging. It goes into practice codes and chapter 5 ethics and business practices.